Woo! What's going on, guys? Arms Farm coming at you guys today with another video. And today we're going to be talking about some more OTA work for the Detroit Lions. Pretty much week 3 from reports from guys like Tim Twentyman, Jeremy Reisman, Mike O'Hara. Those guys, thank you to those guys for pumping that out so I can get it out too. We can talk about it, you know what I mean? So the week 3 of OTAs was a little bit different. Pretty much the coaches told all the vets if they wanted to go home, they could go home, send them all home for the month of June, but a few did stick around. I guess it was half of their team, pretty much like 45 players were in attendance and the rest were home. Most of the vets sent home, so it was more of a slower paced kind of OTAs during that week, with really focusing on individual drills and positional drills as well. Really trying to focus on the young guys. But running back, DeAndre Swift was there. Wide receiver, Khalif Raymond stuck around. And Penei Sewell actually stuck around too. Coaches actually wanted him to stick around, so I don't know what was really going on there. I'm sure it's nothing to be alarmed about. He's still a young kid. Maybe, just to get something going down, getting some chemistry, getting some unity going down as well. So, like I said, he's young, so it's okay that he stuck around. Nothing wrong with that. Now, talking about guys like Khalif Raymond, he was out there not only doing wide receiver drills, I guess he was doing running back drills as well, too, man. Looking like a utility knife out there, doing handoff and pass catching work. Stuff you like to hear, man. He's also a special teams guy, kick returner, punt returner, whatever, man. You put the guy anywhere, he does it. And I guess he's looking good. He's fitting right in. He's fitting right in, and like I tried to tell a lot of people, there's some people out there that think this kid's going to get cut. He's going nowhere. He's our 4th or 5th wide receiver. I think it's going to be a nice little battle, but there's a battle going on between like Cephas and guys like Benson eventually, but Raymond's, I think, pretty much got that 4th locked up because he's just so versatile. Not that he's like extremely special, but he had probably his best year as a pro, which that was kind of a given with the wide receiver core that we had last year. But he had a decent year, and he contributes all over the field, and they love the kid. He's a hard worker, so he's going nowhere, and he's doing work with the running back. So, man, they're trying to acclimate him in there, trying to get him going. I kind of like that, so that's good. But this was a real scaled back OTA, I guess. There's not a lot to really talk about, but we'll talk about it anyways. Whatever that was reported, I'll put it out. They had a quarterback accuracy drill. Deuce Staley was running this, where he put a tackling dummy on a golf cart, and they were running it back and forth on the goal line. Quarterbacks or whoever kind of wanted to attend this, because there was a couple different guys who participated in this drill from 20 yards out. I don't know, the speed of the tackling dummy must have been pretty quick because the numbers aren't that great. It was 20 yards out, like I said. David Blau went 5 for 12. Hitting the tackling dummy. Boyle was 4 for 15, and Bobby Price was there, but I don't think Bobby Price was there every day, but Bobby Price did participate in this particular drill. He was only 1 for 14, and I guess Tom Kennedy participated too. He was 2 for 8. So kind of a fun accuracy drill. Just this kind of stuff right here, when they're doing stuff like this is a bonding moment. This is what gets guys going. This is what kind of bonds friendships, and these guys are already boys. Obviously, they all know each other. Every single one of these guys were on the team last year, but it just it builds chemistry, and it builds a bond between players, and they have fun with it. There was some UDFA news though, undrafted free agent news. Defensive tackle Demetric Taylor, who's kind of slowly becoming one of the fan favorites. The kid from Appalachian State. He tipped a pass from David Blau. Caught it himself. He intercepted the ball and ran all the way down for 90 yards. Motoring down there. Who knows if it would have been a touchdown in real game time, but I guess he looked good doing it. And I guess this isn't the first time Demetric Taylor has made some noise. He's been getting in on the quarterback, man. He's been knocking passes down. So, the kid's got some giddy up. He has a real good get off, and he's making a little bit of a name for himself right now. James Houston, the rookie 6th-round pick that we drafted out of Jackson State. This stuff was kind of eye-opening. This was kind of like perked my ears up. Spending a ton of time with the D-line. Okay, spending a lot of time with the D-line. Is this going to change come training camp? Right now is when you can experiment with things going on. We all know kind of the backstory of James Houston. A linebacker, middle linebacker at Florida. He was as a Florida Gator. And, didn't put up great numbers at Florida, but transferred over to Jackson State. It became a defensive end and had like an insane year where over 16, 17 sacks or something like that he had. And just looked really good as a defensive line, but he's a smaller dude. Like, for an NFL defensive end at 6'1", 240 plus, whatever he is. But had a great year, but that's a small DN for the NFL. But he had a ton of D-line work. And I guess during all these OTAs, during some of these camps, that he's been in that room most of the time, in the D-line room. So I don't know if this is just a little bit of an experiment to find out what this kid's about. Because he wasn't the greatest linebacker. He just wasn't. And it wasn't a bad linebacker. Just wasn't the greatest. And the only reason why he got drafted was because he was a standout at Jackson State as a defensive end. So maybe they're just trying to find something for this kid. I guess he's had a couple nice moves. He's explosive off the ball, but he's small. But he is small for a DN. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with him. I guess Boyle had a really nice no-look touchdown pass to Shane Zylstra. Zylstra getting in the end zone again, I guess. I really like that. That's good for Boyle too, build up some confidence. And then Dan Campbell, the head coach of the Detroit Lions, he's engaging with his players. He's all about that. He's all about unity. He's all about team camaraderie. He was out here playing catch with Jamison Williams, the rookie, and James Mitchell, the tight end of Virginia Tech, the rookie as well, playing catch and just working on some one-handed catches. So, another bonding moment, chemistry, unity, trying to be one with his players. He's one of those guys that you can, he's probably got the open door policy. He's 100% that coach. And that's great. That's a great thing, man. He's building chemistry to where you want to literally run through a wall for your coach. And I love coaches like this that get engaged. I absolutely love it. Now, I'm not saying Dan Campbell is the next Jimmy Johnson, you know what I mean? Or whatever you want to call him. Any type of great coach out there. But he's a guy that you want to play for, and players say it all the time. You don't hear anything bad about Dan Campbell. Nothing. Just from the knuckleheads that think he's some kind of Neanderthal. I don't really think he is. He's just a football guy. You don't have to be an X's and O's guy necessarily to succeed. You don't have to be this super genius to succeed in the NFL too. Matt Patricia, okay? Does that ring a bell? Genius, you know what I mean? And the guy's a complete, utter train wreck. So, love what Campbell's doing here, engaging with his players, talking to the rooks, playing catch with the rooks. It's all you can ask for at this point. And then guys not at practice, it's a long list, but these are all the vets that weren't there. Jared Goff, Jamal Williams, Jason Kabinda, the fullback, DJ Chark, Josh Reynolds, Amon-Ra, St. Brown, even made it, I think it was, who was it? Was it Reisman? It was either Reisman or Risden made this joke. I don't remember what it was. They said they probably had to lock out St. Brown out of the building because the guy just wants to practice. He just wants to be better day in, day out. So they probably literally had to tell him, man, just go take a breather, bro. Like, you got this. You deserve this. But I love his attitude. Hawkinson wasn't there. Evan Brown, the backup center. Matt Nelson, Taylor Decker wasn't there. Dan Skipper, Big V, the guard, Jonah Jackson, Aleem McNeil. Kind of shocked about that too, that he wasn't there. Maybe he needs a little more work, but he had the option because he is a vet. He's a second-year guy. Brockers wasn't there. Levi Enrique, another guy that maybe you thought should have been there, but he was hurt last year, banged up, missed a lot of time. Had that back thing going on. He had some other injuries going on too as well. Bruce Hector wasn't there. Josh Pascal wasn't there, even though he is a rookie, but I don't think he was signed at the time. He is locked up now. Maybe we'll do a video on that too. Eric Banks, Jashawn Cornell, Romeo Aquara, Julian Aquara, the brothers, Charles Harris, Austin Bryant, Alex Anzalone, Jared Davis, Chris Board, Sean Dion Hamilton, Josh Woods, Mike Hughes, Amani Arawariye, Bobby Price, Mark Gilbert, AJ Parker, Deshaun Elliott, Tracy Walker, Will Harris, Juju Hughes, and CJ Moore, all not in attendance and had the right to not be there because they're vets. And then some more work too, or some more news too. Malcolm Rodriguez, the other 6th-round linebacker that we took out of Oklahoma State, is looking the part right now. He's out there. Coach Calvin Shepard, our linebacker coach, really raving about this kid, calling him super smart, and he's so ahead of a lot of players that he's coached in the past, and probably guys that are on the roster right now. Even saying stuff like he's so far ahead that there's third year players that he would have to scale some info or like stuff back. But with Malcolm Rodriguez, it's not the case. Anything he throws at this kid, he eats it up. He's like a sponge, with no questions. With no questions from Calvin Shepard, not even having to correct him. Obviously there's some things, he has to be coached up. Not saying this kid is this kid's Ray Lewis or anything like that, but the kid is a sponge. He's a super intelligent kid. He gets everything, and he comes on the field and he shows it on the field as well. He's not just a brain in the film room. He's doing it he's doing it on the field as well. I guess he could have blew up Godwin Igwebuike on a play, busting into the line of scrimmage, got into the backfield. There is no hitting going on right now too. But he could have blew him up. It's just great to hear stuff like that. That we have a linebacker that that could possibly make some noise in the future. About Malcolm Rodriguez too. Calvin Shepard saying that he was he takes over a huddle well, just a leader out there, just doing things that is not normal for a rookie right now. So just taking everything in and just absorbing it and putting it out in the field. It's beautiful to hear. It's beautiful to see. We'll see more on that. And then with him, he's doing it against basically he's doing it against 3rd, 4th string guys. Because he's that 6th-round rookie. It's a rep thing too. This kid's going to get a bump up in training camp. And they're going to talk more to see what can happen with this kid. Is this kid going to eventually, try get a shot at the 1s or 2s? Who knows? But right now he's a special teamer and a guy that can maybe get himself on the field on 3rd downs. You just never know what's going to happen with this kid. They keep talking about the kid like he's going to be something else. So keep an eye on that. Keep your ears open. I'll try to do the same. And I guess Chase Lucas is kind of the same kind of deal. The kid that we drafted in the 7th round out of Arizona State, the cornerback, he recognizes everything on the field. He's extremely vocal. Aubrey Pleasant calling him a leader, talking him up. He recognizes everything, man, from motions to switches. He just has everything kind of locked down. He's just a really smart kid, and he's putting it out on the field too, making some plays, stuff you really want to hear, man. So some late round rookies making some noise. Training camp, when this comes around and they got the pads on, it's a whole different story. We'll see if these guys can still do that, but it's good to hear right now. That's all I got to say. So Malcolm Rodriguez and Chase Lucas, 2 late round picks, looking the part. Now we'll see, when training camp comes around too as well, and then preseason and all that stuff. But that's basically it, guys. And with Chase Lucas too as well, I should have said. Aubrey Pleasant pretty much telling everybody that he's at home, in quotations, he's at home at the nickel cornerback spot right now. That's where he's pretty much, I don't think they're going to put him on the outside on an island with anybody. He's got the nickel cornerback. He's not locked in as a first guy, obviously. He's still behind guys like AJ Parker and Mike Hughes. I think Parker and Hughes are going to have a camp battle, see who becomes the starter here. My money is on Mike Hughes. I think he's going to win that spot. Just have a feeling. But it should be a good camp battle going on. And then you got Chase Lucas as that 3rd guy who's going to have to contribute on special teams as well, too. But that's pretty much all the news, guys. It was a little bit scaled back. They were focusing on just a lot of individual stuff and some positional stuff. A lot of stuff wasn't kind of reported, but this is what I got. This is what I got out of it. Hopefully you guys get caught up. Took me a while to get caught up. I had an insane workload last week, and I was just too tired to make some videos. I was trying to make a couple of videos during the week. I ended up making like one or two, but let's get back in the swing of things again, guys. But that's it, guys. Thanks for the video. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button at the bottom right. Don't forget to hit this notification bell. Get all my videos. Don't forget to like and comment. Let's talk about OTAs, man. Training camp is literally right around the corner. This is when the big boys come out, and they got the pads, and they got the helmets, and they got everything going on, man. They're all geared up. So that's awesome, guys. One pride. Boom. Go Lions. Let's go, baby.